All my life, I've been told that video games are bad. And if you ask me, I would say that video games are awesome. I've always loved video games, and I've never understood why they were bad. I remember thinking it'd be great if I could just play video games all day long. No one would bother me. One of the only times I can ever remember video games being good was in school, when we were allowed to play Oregon Trail, a number muncher. We learned some history, practiced reading, learned some math, while having a ton of fun playing these games that I thought were cutting edge and really cool. Most of my life I was always told to play less or not play so much, but I was never told why video games are bad. Now, Shakespeare was onto something. He said, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women are players. Most people only focus on the first part of all the world's a stage. And, they tell you like you're an actor on the stage of life. I'm telling you that you are a player, and life is a video game, and you don't just want to sit back and spectate. Ken Robinson is someone who inspires me as he asks us to look at education and how we can do things differently, how we educate a person, how we learn. He challenges you to look at things differently and to shape the future by creating it. He uses humor in his TED Talks, and it really is entertaining, and I realized when I watch him speak, I'm having fun learning, and that encourages me to believe that someday learning and having fun would be one and the same, that they wouldn't be separated. Not only does he ask us to look at the world differently, but he asks us to re-examine how we learn as humans. This made me think, wow, what if we could play video games all day, every day? What if it was even encouraged? What if there was a school where you played video games 7 days a week? I know there'd be no way my parents could keep me out of school, which is such a funny thought. So Ken Robinson asks us to re-examine the idea of education in school, and what if we are doing things wrong? Perhaps there is a way for us to have fun and learn at all times. Jane McGonigal had a TED Talk called How Video Games Could Change the World, and she changes your view of what a video game player is. Instead of it being someone who's potentially wasting their time in an imaginary world, she paints it as video game players are a human resource, and they're honing their skills they need to solve big problems in our world. Not only that, she's gone on to use video games to teach people. She's used video games as a learning tool. Even when she herself suffered a serious head injury, she developed a video game to help people recover from mental illness and to even heal. She's also created other video games for huge social change, where the video game itself was the tool for engineering that. If I've learned anything from these two speakers and in this class, it's that you have to pursue your dreams, because if you don't, someone else will. They've inspired me to not give up my dreams of one day having a job where I get paid to play video games, and I could play video games all day. Not only that others would be excited to play video games, because you would know that video games are a good thing and a force for good in the world. Like, you can use them to learn, you can use them to change the world. They're not something that rots your brain. They've inspired me, and I hope that I can in turn myself one day inspire someone else to not give up on their dreams.